Hello everybody, my name is Antonio. I'm here again with you with the Resilience Tips channel, okay? I hope you already subscribed the channel. We are talking about various tips that I suggest you to build your resilience in tough times. This is an example, COVID-19, but other situations you face in your life. So the last tip we covered was about the plan. So something that happened to you, don't go alone in this process of coping with adversity. Then it's important to change your point of view, to stop, of course, to meditate, to understand what happened to you. And then it's also crucial to do a plan. Okay, you have something that you want to do, or a destiny that you want to reach. So it's important to figure out where you want to head and how. Today we are going to talk about the routines. So you have the big plan, your master plan, and then you have the small portions of your life. As someone said, perhaps 70% of your life is routine. So as John Lennon says, life is what happens while you make plans for the future, okay? So routines are very important. If you have a good day, you are motivated for what you want to do, because the most majority of your life is the journey, not the destiny, okay? So if you have a good journey, it's very good. One tip that I will give you for routines is to find a schedule. Write down a schedule and stick to it, okay? So it's important to wake up at the same hour and then have the hours you have for work, for family life, for relaxation. If you wake up always at different hours, your life starts to be a mess, because then you are running for the objectives and trying to do everything at the time, and things coming in, and you struggle to give response, okay, to all kinds of different things. Also sleep 7 to 8 hours. Clinton used to say that the worst decisions he had, Bill Clinton, were when he was really tired. So really tired. So it's very important to sleep well, to have your head focused and concentrated and with energy. Because you have to manage your energy. Your energy is not illimited, so you have to manage it. Also, this is related to an economic concept that it's called scarcity. Everything is scarce: time, money, and you have to choose. Okay, you have to make options. So also in your daily life, you have to choose what you want to do. So you have time for everything. I would suggest to divide your day in three. So you have time to work, time to leisure, and time to rest. So write down the schedule that is related to your goals. Okay. So if your goal is to find a job, you have to reserve some time to find your job. Or if you work at a company, you have to reserve the time to work, of course. Then again, another thing, it's about prioritization. To prioritize what you most value in your life. Otherwise, things come in and you are always trying to respond to everything, and then you don't respond to nothing because you don't finish your tasks. So nowadays the thing is not about multitasking, like you are doing one thing, someone calls you, you answer, and then another person calls you, you answer, and then something pops up, you go and you grab, and all of a sudden you didn't finish anything. So the thing about mindfulness that people talk about a lot has some sense, because it's about the here and now. So be in what you are doing now. So if you are doing something, finish it first to begin the next task. Of course, you have to be flexible, but the flexibility has to be with priorities. For example, I'm in my work, but I see that my spouse is calling, or my son. If I value family, I will answer the phone, right? But for example, if it's another issue that is not so important, or something that some person that is always annoying you, for example, you will not answer. Or if it is something that can wait, you don't answer, or you wait until the end of the day. So of course it's you that decides. So make sure you prioritize what is the most important things in your life: work, family, leisure, health, the wage that I earn at the end, of course, to pay my bills, to support my family, but also I have the thing about taking care of my health, whatever. So make sure you write down what is your what are your priorities, and then your time, the way you spend your time in your daily life will be affected by that, and you will choose. You will say no. Okay, you have to say no. Otherwise, you will not do anything. You have to choose to do one thing and stick to that, and don't try to do everything, because you will not do. The time of your life is limited. Everything is scarce and limited. So another issue is negotiation. So you don't live alone. If you are working from home, you have perhaps your spouse or your partner or flatmates. So you have your routines that have to do with your goals and objectives in life, but of course there are people that interfere in those routines. So make sure you also negotiate, and you have to concede something. For example, you have different jobs, and you and your spouse, and you go to bed at different hours. So perhaps it will interfere in the sleep hours of your spouse. So perhaps you have to talk and try to adapt your schedule. So of course this is not some kind of I have to have a schedule and it's like strict rule. Of course you have to adapt. For example, you work from home and you also have your domestic tasks. So perhaps try to have some time or some time in your schedule to do those tasks. Otherwise you are doing what you have to do, but you don't have your stakeholder, that is called wife, that you also have to please. So as in companies you have various stakeholders like suppliers, clients, co-workers, society that you have to please, and in that also you have to concede here, give here, take here. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this tip. The next week we are going to talk about when the routine is a problem. Don't miss it. Comment here below what you think about this, your questions, etc. Also subscribe the channel, guys, to receive at time all my news and all the tips. And bye bye. See you.